What's up, fellow metalheads? This is Mr. Darkmare here to tell you about metal and movies. More specifically, well, yeah, I've been enjoying movies. When when I was pretty much a kid, I've already mentioned some horror films and some disaster films. Why not if I animated film like a Sausage Party? That was such a good one. Sorry for all his voice, you might get used to it. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel. Put a like, comment, and subscribe. Well, yeah. Horror can rely on gore because of scare factors. Hello, PK20 Slipknot, aka Almost Screw You. How are you? Whew. Horror films has a scare factor because, well, you pretty much love some. Well, for this one, they rely on stage. Well, they use stage blood for the scares, and they think it's actual blood, but it's pretty much stage blood. Examples like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Friday 13th, Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, Child's Play, Hellraiser, Phantasm, you name it. Hello, your Dark Kimmy's Lily. Subscribe. If you're new here, subscribe to my channel as well. If you guys new here, subscribe to my channel. Put a like and comment down below. That's the second time. Pizza Hut or Domino's? Hmm. It depends. I actually both of their. I actually like both of their wings. Their pizza's good, but if I had to choose which one, it it had to be both because I can't choose one. Hmm. Well, for this one, I've been seeing watching some videos. Hmm. Videos Source Brew with these iceberg videos of Lost Media and all that stuff. Oh, Chris Murnell. He can subscribe to my channel. PK20 said, PK20's what not say. Sausage Party is that the crude animated movie, right? Yeah, it's the crude animated movie. I've seen it a bunch of times. There's some parts that make me laugh, and some parts that make it so weird. Like before the ending, there was this one part, and it's the most weirdest thing I actually ever seen. This live stream is going to be short or not. I don't know. I say 40 minutes. Sorry about this voice and accent here. That's what you pretty much get. Well, because I'm a southerner and I get used to it. Of course, Slip big PK's 20 Slipknot. They may like real, but it isn't. It's pretty much like of a for one of those films. It could be like vulgar, it can be like strange, but it could be like that. Nowadays, I stopped listening to like old school metalcore since the ones off from Reddit got me into bands like Archangel, well, mostly All Out War and Marauder, and those is one that keep on mentioning Marauder every time. Metalcore is alright. There's some other two genres that I personally don't enjoy that much, like sludge and stoner metal. I listened to like an album of Black Sabbath's Master Reality. It was great. I heard Mastodon with the song Oblivion off from that album Crack the Sky, and that was good. I I just don't listen to like stoner and sludge that much. I'm more into thrash and death metal, heavy metal, hair metal, black metal, and prog. And nowadays, I've been getting into some symphonic, like Within Temptation, Nightwish. Now, background Thursday night, Friday night, and last night, I've been playing some thrash metal albums on CD. Thursday night, I played Toxic's World Circus album. And then Friday night, Creator Saints and Main to Cross. And then last night, the Lich King's Born of the Bomb. Really great albums. And now I've been thinking about like playing this one album tonight, which is Megadeth's Icon compilation album. Really good. Really good. Speaking of Megadeth, here's my hat. Alright, Curry, I will call you Curry. Well, back today, I wasn't gonna do like a video live stream, but as now I'm just doing like a live stream, but it's fine. I do like some gaming live streams too. Like recently, I've been doing like some simulations off from Ark of Night. More specifically for those Predator simulation ones. You can definitely watch a video I had on the channel. The console I played was on the PS4. I use a batarang off from uh, off from the game. Use it to hit the thugs to send them flying, and they landed to be knocked over and knocked out. You could definitely watch all your live stream off from that. However, I don't use a mic for the gaming live streams. I can text only. The last time I used a mic for a gaming live stream, it had like a beep sound. So I pretty much stopped using the mic and then just ended the live stream and deleted too. That game live stream. Hello, Jameer Gaming. As of now, I beat the Arkham Knight about 9 times. Not feeling well. I'm actually quite in a mix between like of beating it for the 10th time or not, because I beat it on easy 100%. I actually beat like Arkham City about 12 times. It was for the game I beat on there about like 12 times easy and medium, just like for Asylum, 11 times easy and medium. Yeah, I remember you, Jameer, gaming. Hello, Thomas Call. You can, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, like, and put a comment. Now, there's some movies that I don't enjoy is the 2000s parody films. The first three scary movie films are actually the great ones, but the other ones, like Scary Movie 4, that one was the most stupidest film I actually seen. Disaster movies, terrible. I seen clips of Stan Helsing, and that one was just, it was terrible. That was actually the most sequent train wreck I ever seen. Scenic train wreck I ever seen was Stan Helsing. Well, Jameer Gaming, gotta take these dogs doors, and especially do like a gaming live stream too. Yes, got like two dogs, and these are actually my family's dogs. Since I live with my parents, especially with my brother and my sister as well. Now, for like as the movies, I pretty much watched the that One Piece film called episode of Alabasta, the Desert Princess movie, which it shows like the moments off from Alabasta, like Straw Hats going to Alabasta to stop a crocodile's plans for turning Alabasta into a utopia by creating a civil war between the Royal Army and the rebels. Since Crocodile was actually a warlord, he pretty much had like the Baroque works on his side. He pretty much like he is one of, well, used to be one of the 7 warlords at the sea, with other warlords like Kuma, Doflamingo, Mihawk, Boa Hancock. Hmm. Well, those are pretty much like the warlords at sea. Oh, Gecko Maria for one. The only pets inside the house is well, in my family's house is two dogs only. Anyways, for One Piece, however, I definitely see like a bunch of films. Now, the Warlord system was actually for one of those insane things. Gecko Moria in Frill Bark would take the shadows and make it his own unstoppable undead army. Well, for this one, do I do you pet any pet in your house? Well, the only two dogs, but that's just about it. I just wanted to talk about this one anime called One Piece because I watched some anime films of One Piece. Especially, I seen a bunch of episodes. I seen a bunch of arcs too, from East Blue to Scapia to other other ones. Here's the dogs. There you go. Those are pretty much the dogs right there. I just like having those dogs. Ever since I was actually pretty much when I was 5 years old, I was bitten by a pit bull right to my. It bit me right to the leg. Pretty much, I cried when I was 5 years old. I was back in the 2000s, like 2004. It gave me my phobia of dogs ever since. Kind of dogs I'm kind of dogs I stay away from is actually big dogs. Thank you, Jameer. Now, for One Piece, there were actually some warlords that actually appeared, especially well, after Crocodile's defeat, there was Blackbeard, aka Marshall D. Teach. He became a warlord ever since. But during Impel Down, he breaks into the prison to get some new additional members from level 6 and escaped. Go on to Marineford and to let his crew into Whitebeard right out of it, and Blackbeard taking his devil fruit. And then Blackbeard became the new Emperor of the Sea. And then you got Buggy, who was Emperor, well, a warlord at first. However, for Buggy, he became Emperor of the Sea after Kyle and Big Mom. Now, speaking of Emperors at Sea, there was Shanks, there was Whitebeard, there was Big Mom, and Kaido. After Whitebeard's death, there was Blackbeard. But after Big Mom and Kaido was defeated, there was Luffy and Buggy. Now, this is actually more on anime rather than for Melon movies, but yeah, whatever. I definitely love some anime. I watch like One Piece and My Hero Academia. Plus, well, today gonna watch that new episode of One Piece, which the Straw Hats are on Egghead Island. I know everything from the One Piece timeline from East Blue to Wano, and then now they're in Egghead. It's actually great. I also watch like My Hero Academia. I've seen all 7 seasons off from it. So I'm excited to watch the new season of My Hero Academia, which is the final season next month. Now, for movies, on the other hand, I watch like some DC films back then. Well, I watch like a bunch of Batman films where it has like Michael Keaton or Christian Bale or Ben Affleck. I haven't seen the movie of Robert Pattinson yet. I seen the George Clooney and Val Kilmer. The Val Kilmer's Batman Forever is alright, but George Clooney's Batman and Robin was terrible. But the only George Clooney movie I like was Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? That movie's actually always been that funny. I actually like the song called The Man of Constant Sorrow. That was actually such a good song right there off of that movie. If anyone agrees with that. Have anyone of you ever seen a movie called Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? A funny 2000s film? I actually like that one. What am I doing, Jameer? Still doing a live stream. What about you? Now, I mentioned like 4 genres that I don't enjoy, like grunge, deathcore, metalcore, and trap metal. I mainly like sludge metal and stoner metal because I don't enjoy those that much. I add symphonic metal to the genres I like and enjoy. I do like some symphonic metal. Make it so like, you're in bed. All right. I'm glad you're pretty much watching the live stream, anyways. I listen to some like symphonic bands like Nightwish, Within Temptation. Yeah, well, those are actually those like only symphonic metal bands I've heard. I listen to like some well, I've been liking some prog metal like Voivod and Dream Theater and a band called August Life. I definitely enjoyed August Life. Well, I enjoy Voivod more than the two. Even Voivod started out as thrash metal, then to prog. Their album Synchro Anarchy is the best. Songs like Synchro Anarchy, Planet Eaters, and Quest for Nothing are great songs. I'm telling you, me, I actually like. Now, for DC, which is comic books. Oh, sorry. With a DC, I actually like Batman a lot. For Superman, I actually saw the. Hello, Amy Tipker. If you're new here, subscribe to my channel, put a like, and put a comment down below. It really helps. MGK, Machine Gun Kelly. Oh, he did play as Tommy Lee in the Dirt film, but I just don't listen to his music that much. I'm not into like Machine Gun Kelly. I like I actually like a fresh and death metal. I like some classic metal. Like a new wave of metal genres like thrash metal, death metal, traditional heavy metal, and hair metal. There was even some that got me into that old school metalcore, and it was all right. And I stopped listening to like old school metalcore since the ones that got me into it tried to get me into rap and hip hop, but I didn't want to go get into that genre. So I stopped listening to like old school metalcore, and with that, I started loving like new wave of thrash metal more and more. Well, see you, Amy Tipker. I started listening to like I started listening to some like new wave of thrash metal. Man, I wish I could get like a 500 subscribers or 1,000 right now because it really helps. Hmm. Oh, tonight it's gonna be playing like a Megadeth album on CD Icon, which is a compilation of their big hits. And then tomorrow night, who? I've been thinking some Testament recently. Well, album like New Order because well the songs like Disciples of the Watch, Into the Pit, and Nobody's Fault, which is an Aerosmith cover. I've been thinking about playing that album or a death metal album like hmm, Death Scream Blood Gore Leprosy or Sound of Perseverance or like Morbid Angel or Obituary or something. Hmm. I actually like a Sound of Perseverance that much. I heard about like the whole Cradle of Filth drama and stuff. Hardly, I just don't listen to the music. I don't listen to their music. You guys think I look like a metalhead? Tall man look off from Phantasm. The tall man will go like and go like, boy. But man, those movies are actually quite insane during that time. Quite insane. Well, the first film was really great. The second film is good. The third film is good. The fourth film I actually like. And Ravager, that was actually such good. Phantasm always has some really great films. Especially where like death metal bands like Entomb and Mortician. Entomb has like the Phantasm theme in the song Left Hand Path before while the outro plays. And then you got the band Mortician offered the song Well Mortician, which he used the audio clips for, well, audio clips or samples off from the first and third film. In the first film, or for this one, the tall man says, "It's never over." Hello, my airplane. If you're new here, subscribe to my channel. You guys think I look like a metalhead? Because I listen to metal music a lot. I collect a bunch of CDs, I collect a bunch of patches and shirts. Even have like a bunch of stickers too. I wear my shirts. I have like a hard rock jacket with some pins. This is the only hat I got, which is metal. And it's Megadeth. You know, I actually got inspired by like four metalhead YouTubers. Like White Smell, Ruthless Mel, Dante Dead, and Killed by the Gorgor Attack. Those are actually the four metal YouTubers I got inspired from. Riley Hall's good. What the diff between dark and fresh metal? What? Now, from the channel Mr. Darkmare, it's a name I actually chose because, well, it it screams metal a lot. And my personal favorite genre is thrash metal. Well, thrash metal and death metal. But I'm more into thrash for it. Now, for this one, I watch videos by Killbot and Gorgor Attack. I actually like the video Boat Thrower a lot. Light Smell, I watch his live streams sometimes, but there are times I watch his for it. But yeah, Ruthless Metal, I watch his videos of his album rankings and the rules of metal, 100 rules of metal. Dante Dead, I watch his videos about like some metal bands he doesn't like and metal bands that he likes. I like this one YouTuber named Mel Trenches. He did a metal ranking video of albums or bands. Albums I watch from him is actually the thrash metal albums, like from debut to second, third, fourth albums. I actually enjoy those. And how about like from last year that Finn McKenty said about that he was not interested in music. I did do a video about him that reached around like 100 views. Between you and me, I'm not like Finn McKenty. I care for music. I enjoy music. I enjoy thrash metal and death metal. Finn McKenty mentioned like the scenes like Bay Area, California thrash, and East Coast, and especially German thrash and Brazilian thrash. He didn't mention there were other thrash scenes too. Like in Arizona, there's Quantum Jetsam, Sacred Reich, and Atrophy. In Canada, there's Annihilator, Razor, Voivod, Exciter, and Sacrifice. In the UK, there's Zentrix, Mochenstein, and Onslaught. In the European scene, there's Artillery and Corner and other bands. Especially in the US, outside of California and East Coast scenes, there are bands like Regal Mortis, Endocrucis, Zoetrope, Exhorder, Hall's Eve, and other bands that I should go on about, but it's fun. But yeah, there's actually a bunch of bands. Oh, and also Watchtower 2. Then you got the new wave of thrash metal bands like Havoc, Municipal Waste, Power Trip, Lich King, Gamma Bomb, Warbringer, Bonded by Blood, Fueled by Fire, Hatchet, and other bands that I can go on about. I listen to like a bunch of thrash metal bands, right between like 50 to 100. I listen to like a bunch. Compared to like a Finn Poser, Finn Grifter, Finn McKenty, whatever you want to call him. Even though he didn't care for the music that much, even though that most any metal YouTuber talk about him that much, he has like said to himself that he wasn't interested in music anymore. He's like into some like business or something. Alright, number 10, Run to the Hills, Iron Maiden. That song from the album Number the Beast. I absolutely enjoy that song along with Hollow Beef I Name and Towel Track. I enjoy like Iron Maiden's music a lot. I actually enjoy like some I enjoy some like Iron Maiden albums like Power Slave, Peace of Mind, and None of the Beast. Really great albums right there. I listen to like a Power Slave, Holy Diver, Dio, 1982. Actually, Holy Diver was released in 1983, but you were close. You were close. You were close, R. You were close. Holy Diver has some really good songs, like the title track for that one, Rainbow in the Dark, and Stand Up and Shout. You see, for this one, I am a metalhead. I got a logic about like metal and stuff. I listen to classic metal more rather than for modern metal. except for the new wave metal genres like thrash metal, traditional heavy metal, death metal, and hair metal too. Rain Blood Slayer album was released in 1986 along with other albums like Megadeth's Peace Sells, Creator's Pleasure to Kill, Sodom's Assessed by Cruelty, Nuclear Assault's Game Over, Destruction's Eternal Devastation, Tanker Zombie Attack, and especially Metal Church's Dark, and above all else, Metallica Master of Puppets. Every song off that album is amazing. Every. Well, for Slayer, Angel Death, Criminally Insane, Postmortem, Rain Blood, really great songs off from there. I actually like the bonus track, Aggressive Perfector. That's such an awesome song right there. I'm glad I actually bought the Rain Blood at the Chief Frills and at the Chief Frills store. Breaking the Law, Judas Priest, 1980. I believe you got that right, 1980, but it's pretty much more like in well, I'd say like, yeah, I believe it's like 1980 or something. Judas Priest is good. The only album I got off of Judas Priest is the only Judas Priest album I got is Painkiller. I believe you're actually right. Breaking the Law. Wait. Breaking the Law is not the album. It's British Steel. I believe that one was released in 79. Master of Puppets Metallica, 1986. Well, you think like in the late 80s, the only Metallica album I know of that was in the late 80s was And Justice for All, released in 1988. Their last great album until they went for a mainstream sound to being sellouts, which is albums like Black Album. That one is alright. Then you got Load and Reload and Saint Anger, and then their comeback album, Death Magnetic, and you got Hardwire Self Destruct, and you got 72 Seasons right there. I pretty much enjoy like some Metallica songs. Well, the songs are from the classic albums and a few songs off of their other albums, except for Load, Reload, and Saint Anger. Well, the only song I like from Reload was The Unforgiven 2. That one's okay, at least. RR said Bike Sabbath by Bike Sabbath was the number one voted in the world. I heard a few songs off from the Black Sabbath's debut, but not that much. I listened to like a couple of songs off from Paranoid, like the title track, including War Pigs and Iron Man. And I listened to the entire album I listened to the entire album of Mass Reality. I listened to the entire Black Sabbath album, Mass Reality, to pay tribute to Ozzy back around in July. Hmm, vinyl. I'm much more as like a CD collector, much more. I don't go to concerts that much because, well, ever since I was actually autistic, I can't handle loud sounds. I started like buying CDs rather than going to concerts. I watch the metal concerts on YouTube because that's the kind of experience I like. When I was watching this one live stream of Lights Mel back around November of last year, someone called me a poser for watching metal concerts on YouTube because I don't go to concerts due to like loud noise. There are two times I've been called a poser. One was off of Lights Mel back in November, and one was off of Nuclear Blast Records live stream back around in February 2025. Hmm. Wasp is like a heavy metal band, more into hair metal, but more into like some they're pretty much both heavy in hair. If you ask me what I was doing, looking at the sky to see what the weather is like storms. See if it's going to storm or not, because you gotta take these two dogs' doors in a bit too. I've heard the band Girl School, but not that much. Now, there was this one YouTuber named Flyout Entertainment. I don't know if that YouTuber is still around, but that one called me a poser off from a Nuclear Blast Records live stream, saying that, well, Flyout Entertainment saying like classic metal is trash, metalcore is better, metalcore is true metal, blah blah blah. And that YouTuber called me a poser. One of the reasons I don't one of the main reasons that I don't listen to thrash that much. Well, not thrash, but I don't listen to metalcore that much. I love thrash metal more than metalcore, anyways. Now, I would recommend you guys for this one band to check out. It's called Bakaloo. You can find the channel. You can find the channel on my channel. If you're new here, subscribe, comment, and put a like as well. I actually heard one song off from Meatloaf, and it's I will do anything for love, but I can't do that. He also appeared off from the Tenacious D song, and he was actually the vocals for this one Tenacious D song, Kickapoo, and that was a good song. Tenacious D is alright, but I think I'd rather enjoy some classic metal. This one's over like 15 minutes. The last live stream I had was back around like almost around like 40 minutes. Hmm. Well, that's all I got for this live stream. I could do much more of movies and metal. Anyways, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe, comment, and put a like. This is Mr. Darkmatter here to tell you long live metal. And goodbye. See ya.